Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today's in story time with Mariam. We are going to read the story Survival Adventure. Let's start it. Wilf took a tent round to Chip's house. He and Chip were going to sleep in it. I have never slept in a tent before. I wonder what it will be like, said Chip. It will be fun, but we will need a survival kit, said Wilf. Wilf had a lot of things in a rucksack. These can go in our survival kit, he said. We will need them to survive outside. I have got a torch. I have got a ball of string. I have got a plastic sheet and some chocolates and crisp. And yes, a first aid box. What else will we need to survive? Chip said, I have got a mirror, I have got a pencil, a notebook, and a bag of crisp. Biff came with the umbrella in her hand. You might need this. It's going to rain, she said. You can't have umbrella in a survival kit. Don't be silly, Biff, said Wilf. That evening it began to rain. It rained so hard that Chip and Wilf could not sleep outside in the tent. In the end, Mum said that they could camp on Chip's bedroom floor. You won't need a survival kit here, said Biff. Suddenly, the magic key began to glow. The children were pulled into a new adventure. If this is going to be a survival adventure, I am taking the umbrella. So Biff has umbrella in her hand. You won't need an umbrella on a survival adventure, shouted Chip. Don't be silly, Biff. Oh. Amy was tired and fed up. The wagons were stuck. They had been stuck for 2 days. Amy family was on a long journey. They were going to a new land. They were taking everything in the wagon. They had come a long way and they had a long way to go. Stay close to the wagon train, said Amy's father. Don't wander off. It's easy to get lost in the wood, he said. Amy did not listen to her father. I will go and pick some wild berries. If I don't go far, I won't get lost, she thought. Amy found lots of blueberries in the wood, but she did not stay close to the wagon train. She just went on and on. I must get back, she thought at last, but she could not find her way. All the trees looked the same. Oh no, I am lost, she thought. Amy was frightened. She did not know which way to go. Suddenly, something closed on her foot. It was a trap, and she could not get it off. Help! Help! Help me, somebody! Shouted Amy. But Amy was long way from the wagon train, and nobody could hear her. On the other hand, there was a boy, little fox, in the jungle who was tired and fed up. He had been in the woods all day looking for honey, but he had not found any. Every time he found a tree with a bee's nest, the honey was gone. Now he was lost and tired. Little Fox knew there was no honey. There was a brown bear in the woods. The bear had taken all the honey. Little Fox was frightened. He was long away from the village, and the bear was not far away. I must be careful, he said to himself. Little Fox heard Amy shouting, Help! Help! Somebody help me! Oh, someone is in trouble, he thought. He ran through the trees as fast as he could. He found Amy caught in the trap. Little Fox tried to open the trap, but he was not strong enough. "Ugh, ugh," but he could not open the trap. He was anxious. Bear was long away, but he heard Amy shouting too. He stood on his hind legs and sniffed the air. The bear could smell Amy and Little Fox. He was a bad-tempered bear. He did not like people in his part of the wood. On the other hand, the magic key took Biff, Chip, and Wilf to the woods where Little Fox was helping Amy. Little Fox and Amy were amazed. They had never seen children like these before. Biff, Chip, and Wilf were amazed too. "It looks like they were in trouble," said Chip. The children could see Amy was caught in the trap. They ran to help Little Fox. Together they pulled open the jaws of the trap. The what a horrid thing, said Chip. "The trappers use them to catch animals," said Little Fox. "Traps like this are very cruel." Oh, the trap had hurt Amy's leg. Will put a bandage on it from his first aid kit. Biff and Little Fox smashed the trap with a rock. "It's a good idea to smash the trap," said Little Fox, "but we should not make all this noise. The bear will hear us." And yes, bear is there. Suddenly the children heard a roar. Roar. The bear came out of the trees and ran towards them. All the children were frightened. Ah! "Oh, help! Help! This bear would doesn't look very friendly. Run, everyone!" "I can't run. Don't leave me alone," said Amy. Biff had an idea. She opened the umbrella and shut it. Then she opened it and spun it round and round and round. The bear stopped. He was afraid of the umbrella. He had never seen anything like it. Then he gave a roar and ran away. "That was a brilliant," said Chip. "But how do you know that bears are afraid of umbrellas?" "Ha ha ha, I did not. I just did it." Suddenly it began to rain. "Now who says you could not have umbrella on a survival kit?" she asked. "Don't get everyone, come under the umbrella." And they all are under the umbrella. After it stopped raining, the children went on. At last they came to a river. Little Fox told everyone to keep quiet. Then he lay down on the bank and put his arm in the water. Suddenly he caught a fish. "That's amazing," said Chip. "I could not do that." Chip is surprised and amazed to see Fox. "But how do we cook it?" said Amy. "We don't have a fire." But Little Fox made a fire. He made it with a bow and stick. "That's amazing too," said Chip. He has lit a fire without any matches? Wow, I am so impressed. Now it was getting dark and it was beginning to rain again. Chip, Chip and Wilf put up the tent. Biff and Amy put up the plastic sheet to make a shelter. Little Fox cooked the fish and children sat around the fire. They ate the fish and the berries that Amy had picked. Then they ate the chocolate. Amy told everyone about her mother and father. She told them how the wagon train had got stuck in the mud. Amy began to cry. "Oh, maybe I will never see my mother and father again." "Don't worry," said Wilf. "We will find them." And here you go. I thought someone is coming. Suddenly, Biff grabbed the umbrella and jumped to her feet. She ran outside and began to shout, "Help! Help! We have been surrounded!" Everyone jumped up. Biff spun the umbrella round and round and round. "Go away! Go away!" she shouted. Little Fox laughed and laughed. Everyone laughed. "Biff, this is my father. Don't worry. He thought I was lost. He was looking for me." "Oh, sorry," Biff said. "You were very brave," said Little Fox's father. "Yes, Baba, she frightened the bear as well," said Little Fox. The children told Little Fox's father about their adventures in the wood. They told him about the trap. He laughed when they told him how the bear was afraid of Biff's umbrella. "It's easy to get lost in the woods," said Little Fox's father. Amy told Little Fox's father about the wagon train. "My mother and father will be worried about me. They will think I have been killed by a bear," she said. "Don't worry," said Little Fox's father. "We will soon find the wagon train." In the morning, Little Fox's father found the wagon train. Amy's mother and father were so glad that Amy was alive. "We looked and looked for you in the woods. When we could not find you anywhere, we thought you had been killed by a bear." "Yes, Papa, I almost was," said Amy. But the wagons were still stuck. "We have been stuck here like this for 3 days," said Amy's father. Little Fox looked at his father. "Can't we help, Baba? Can't we all help pull them out?" Little Fox's father laughed. He spoke to his men. Soon they pulled the wagons out of the mud. At last, the wagon trains were able to go on. The children watched them for a long time. "I wouldn't like to be on that wagon train," said Biff. "It will be a hard journey. There are no shops to buy food, and there is not even a doctor if you are ill." The magic key began to glow. It was time for the adventure to end. Biff gave Little Fox umbrella. "You can use it to frighten away the bears," she laughed. Biff looked at Wilf and Chip. "And yes, umbrellas are useful in a survival kit after all," she said. The children liked the survival adventure. The next day they put the tent up. Biff wanted to make Wilf and Chip laugh. "Look what's outside! And I have not got my umbrella now." "Oh no, what shall we do now?" said Wilf. "We can't survive without Biff's umbrella." "That's right, ha ha." If you like this story, don't forget to subscribe my channel. Bye bye everyone.